Lunch Money Lambert, Jeff Malott. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Yeah. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Hey. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation, where we talk about fishing and competition. It's your boy Ox Pippin, aka Ox Fishing. Don't come over here tripping. Hey, hope you enjoy the show. Jeff Malott, Lunch Money Lambert, Lego. Hey, welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Yeah. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Hey. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation.
Elrod is an ugly thing. And I think that it is just about time that we had one! Kill the monster! As heaven is my witness out. He will curse the day that he was born a Frankenstein. What?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to KBN Live. How'd you like that, Ryan?
Jeff. I knew
I tried.
when you said you had a surprise. I was excited already. That was that was a lot.
Corny, but
good.
pretty funny, I hope.
Good
I don't know.
edit you got.
Hope everybody liked that. Yeah. What are we going to talk about
now,
tonight?
Jeff, people don't like drama. We established that earlier today. People don't like drama.
They don't like drama, but it
we've
drives.
had 120 new members is what it drives. I mean,
Yes. In no time.
But they hate the drama.
We're going to talk about it. We're definitely getting into. I don't even know what to call this. We've had the cutter before, but this is a different kind of cutter. Tail
this
cutter.
was like a tail trimmer. This was more of an artistic expression. I feel like he's some sort of tail stylist almost.
Yeah, tail stylist. That's a good one. And it was kind of like abstract art, like real jagged squares and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, exactly how you expected a fish to go into Charlotte, North Carolina and be like, trim this shit up. And they're going to just get a little lightning bolt, $sign. They got it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that for a minute. We've got some great guests tonight. We got Chris Walters, the Bass Nation Tennessee state champ, and also more recently the Spro Frog Tournament champ. And then we've got Brandon Elrod from Kayak Kushion. Yeah, we're giving away a Kayak Kushion tonight. A free.
So, Kayak Kushion. We need you guys to interact with us. Talk to us and share this post. I hate to be that guy, but share this shit if you want to win a Kayak Kushion, all right? And I will tell you right now, this will be the beginning of a series of things that we will ask you to continue to expand our reach, to continue to expand your opportunities. Please. Thank you.
Yes. I've got the instructions in the ticker. Pretty simple. Old school Facebook like and share. So just like the stream, share the stream, and make sure you like our page and Kayak Kushion page, and we'll pick somebody at the end of the show. And you got to be watching at the end to win it. You can't just be like back on the couch hoping you're going to get a call. So be watching at the end so you can comment that you're there. So yeah, like and share and get that win. Cliff Allen, send me the link. What do you need the link for? You're watching. What are you talking about?
Boy, come on, Cliff.
You're on the stream. It's in the bottom right-hand corner.
You're unblocked now, Cliff. Come on.
Yeah, man. Or you can go over to YouTube and try it. I don't know. We'll do something special for the YouTube audience as it grows too. So wherever you're watching from, we appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, let's talk about this cheater for a minute. I know that the guys on the East Coast are sick of it. Yeah. I was more involved in football this weekend. The Buckeyes lost, the Razorbacks won. It was up and down. And then late Sunday, I noticed the whole cut tail thing, and I know we were going to get into it today.
So the Buckeyes suck, and I know that you're a big fan, Jeff, but Oregon exposed them boys. But Arkansas, talk about exposing somebody. Arkansas just welcomed Texas to their SEC dream. You don't want to even run up against the worst dog in the SEC fight coming from the outside. And not saying Arkansas was. Arkansas is on the upswing, and they are for sure. I think Arkansas is probably top 5 in the West for sure. Probably top 5.
There's only 6
overall.
teams.
No, I mean seriously.
Yeah.
They, Arkansas for a long time was bottom of the barrel out there. And now, I mean, they look better than probably LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. They're number 2,
pretty good.
3 ish.
Yeah, somebody
They put a whooping on them boys.
What we were deemed for years was the Vanderbilt of the West, which I didn't like that very well. So we're on the upswing. We're getting better.
Tennessee is Vanderbilt of the East now, so that's good.
Yeah, Tennessee lost. So what a roller coaster of a weekend.
Shocker. That's
to a team from Ohio, wasn't it? No, it wasn't a team from Ohio. Who beat them? Pittsburgh. They beat Bowling Green the week before. I don't know.
Yeah.
We digress. This isn't a football show. Man. Let's talk about cheating for a minute. This has been happening. It seems like every 6 months or so, sometimes more than that, we find a cheater in this sport. It's nothing shocking anymore. It's just what's the next thing going to be, basically. And this was a terrible attempt, if you ask me. I don't know. What do you think, Ryan?
I think it is ironic on the actual prosecution of cheating, because we catch these cheaters and multiple cheaters, and it seems like unless the DNR gets involved, there's not really a lot that's done. Like, you may get a slap on the wrist or whatever. Like we had, what's KBBBBBT guy?
Captain Clapback.
Captain Clapback got caught cheating. He had been caught cheating. Like, that's not a new thing. Some organizations banned him, some didn't, but he continued on down his path and continued cheating. And I mean, that's not the first or last cheater we saw. And we see these big organizations do investigations and find people guilty, but they don't do anything about it. So where's the line? Like, where do we see action take place instead of just talk about, okay, you did something wrong? I think that's the biggest issue I've got myself.
Yeah. And today, somebody, I think it was John Allen, Cliff just posted, what about Ron? That brought back Flexgate, which was a nightmare of a scenario that was a little bit different than these cut tails of multiple submissions and all that. It was out in plain sight for all to see with a camera boat there, but it was still a bending of the rules, so to speak, to try to gain inches or not. I don't know. It was a very gray area for that one. And people keep saying it's about the name. Is it about the name? I mean, I don't know.
It's about the name. But if you look at who it was and what it was and the punishment that rolled down, if that were anybody else that were caught in a scandal that may not have been invested in so many companies, like, would that have ended differently? Would they have been quicker to cut ties and kick them to the curb? Was there a pride thing there? Like, we put more into this person, so we're going to stand by them. I don't know. I don't know all the details. I know that there were multiple entities investigating it. I know some of them investigated it and found them guilty and still did nothing about it. Like, I don't know who's more wrong here. I mean, is it the organizations that don't do enough? Or is it the anglers that continue to push the boundaries? Like, who's the most wrong?
Yeah, I know, like the Court of Public Opinion, KBN, the KBN DOJ, we're there when you need us, and you can throw stones at us the rest of the time. But that's one thing, to get it out in the open and talk about it and argue about it and say, look at what this guy did. It's terrible. We don't want anyone to ever let this guy fish a tournament again. But we're not the organization. We're not KBF, Hobie, Bass. We're not those people, so we can't obviously ban them. So what do you do? Once you put it in the court of the committee of, in Flexgate's case, when they decided there was no cheating involved, what do you do? I mean, what do you do? You just go on and
there's
hope
nothing
for the next
you can
one?
do.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, I mean, I think you have to be more cognizant about what's going on. And obviously, I think anglers look at a person differently when something like that's going on. I mean, you can skate by and they can be like, okay, you're not going to jail for this. But then everybody still looks at you like, we know you did something wrong. Like this is out here. There's no arguing it. You know, was it morally wrong or technically wrong or whatever? It was still wrong. Like everybody knows what was going on. I think that, to me, that carries a fairly big burden in itself, just having to know that you wear that badge forever.
Yeah, I mean, the board cutter, he's gone. Tail cutter, gone. And Patrick Malone actually commented, let me throw his comment up, that was the only one handled correctly, he said. You know, the authorities knew. Right. The authorities were in on it and had a sting set up before anybody else even knew besides the director, and he's right. I mean, that was handled right.
Absolutely right.
Hats off, Texas.
Hats off to Texas. Y'all may have the most cheaters, but so far you're the only ones that have actually prosecuted somebody.
Ashley Kay just chimed in. She's watching from the backyard, said just cut them all off. I'm not sure exactly what she's talking about, but
the tails. She means cut the tails all off.
Okay, I thought she was talking about something else, like as a punishment.
Nope.
I didn't. Could be. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of operation y'all are running out there, Jeff.
Well, you never know, man. She runs a tight ship around here, right? Yeah.
Jeff won't be doing no cheating. I'll tell you that.
You best believe, boy. Keep me in line. Walk a straight line around here. But, yeah, man, that was terrible to see that. I know that's going to happen again somewhere, sometime. I hope they get caught. I hope they get prosecuted. I don't know what's going to happen to this guy. I can't wait to see how it plays out. I know Vinny and the guys, they all kind of took it down off their page and pushed it over to us for the entertainment, I guess.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you so much.
Yeah. But, yeah. No, another bad time. What do you think? What else we got to talk about before we get Chris in here? Anything?
I don't know, man. That pretty much took the icing right there. I think we'll win on that one.
Cheaters suck. That's all we can say. Yeah, Kyle Long. Look at there. We had the bass boat fish stealer. That was new and virtually impossible to catch. The Mr. Biology class that also reported to KBF and not banned from them. But that was
that's ironic.
Yeah,
well, there used to be the guy that won all the KBS stuff, and I can't remember his name. Bald guy, real sketchy looking dude. But they caught him like up under bridges and shit on Gunnersville with a bass boat pulled up against him and all kinds of stuff. He won everything in KBS, and then when that came out, suddenly just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
if you're out there now and listening to this thinking that you're getting away with something, I wish we had that Hoover video to play. It's the only one I'd ever play for him. I'd play it right now to your face. Trey Johnson, where you at? Play that for us.
What was that? Was it Rock Sucker or Rock Sucker?
Rock Liquor, something like that.
Rock Liquor, something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But you suck. If you're a cheater, you suck. You should never participate in any activity with the free world. Put you in the quarantine camps, not the regular people. But anyway, what else we got? Oh, it's Pickwick week, man. Pickwick. The numbers are kind of down. Get signed up for Pickwick. It's coming up.
Come on now. Southeast, we got to show out. Listen, we talked a lot of trash, talked some Northeast trash, talked some Cali trash. Everybody get signed up for Pickwick. It's going to be a good one. Tennessee River, weather's cooling off. Jesse Halverson sent us results from the last 3 fish tournament on Pickwick, and I think it was something like 17 pounds won a 3 fish tournament on Pickwick. It's set up to show out. So if you're on the fence, if you need those TOC points, if you want to shoot your shot at that top 3 to get into the Tournament of Champions, which is the best tournament you'll ever fish in your life out of a plastic boat, write that down. Come on out to Pickwick. Let's go.
Yeah, Ryan, I think I did the math after this last event with my AOY points I got from lacrosse after falling off a cliff day 2. I think I am literally 1 spot out of the TOC and the AOY points right now. So I'm going to give it all I got.
Literally said, catch one more fish, Jeff. Catch one more fish.
And I failed him.
Professional advice. Professional advice.
Back to the football deal, man. It's 4th quarter. I got to push it all in. Last tournament and see what happens, right?
Oh my goodness!
All right, here we go. All in, pushing all in.
Yeah,
give it all I got.
Let's go. And now we'll hit the commercial break.
All right, yeah. Yeah. We say we take a break and get Chris in here before we go further into the hole. Into the hole. All right, we'll be right back, y'all. We'll get Chris in here and talk about a little fishing. KBN Live is brought to you by Western Sun Vodka. Western Sun Vodka is a 10 times distilled, award-winning, gluten-free vodka. They're independently owned and crafted in Pilot Point, Texas. All right. Chris, welcome to the show.
Really
What's up, Jeff? What's up, Lunch Money?
Lunch Money.
What's going on, big dog?
Another Tennessee guy. Why are we doing this all the time, Ryan?
This isn't just a Tennessee guy. Chris is out of my own little local stock, man. He's a TBKA guy. He came on. When did you start fishing with us? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Chris?
18.
18?
2018. Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And came in and started making some noise. Last year made a little more noise. This year made a lot of noise. I mean, knows where the spots are, knows where the fish are, and can definitely put them in the boat. We've all had a hard time with Walters, for sure.
19 and 20, I didn't put them in the boat. This year, I am putting them in the boat. That's the only difference.
Well, it happens. I mean, that's part of the learning curve on kayak fishing.
Yeah.
Trying to get
When
this most
did you
recent.
start kayak fishing?
I guess 17. I did 2 or 3 tournaments with CBY, and then 18 I fished CBY and TVKA, and just been going at it ever since. The competition in our club from 18 to now, in my opinion, has just skyrocketed. I mean, you can't just catch 3 fish anymore and expect to do any good. You got to have some good fish.
I mean, our little local squad. You got Terry and Brad Golden, Jody and Garrett Campbell, Steve-O, Chris, Daniel Davis. I mean, we've got a pretty a pretty stacked little club. But like Chris said, I mean, you got to show up and pretty much plan on bringing the wood. And I mean, Joe Kirk he's kind of made some racket himself here coming in on Gunnersville. What did he hang up on us this spring? Like 64.5 or something?
No, it was
3
more.
fish.
It was like 67? 66 or 67. It was off the charts.
He beat us down pretty good on that one. But if you ain't waking up planning on catching some fish, you might as well just stay at the house.
I want to get into that later with you guys about why you do tournaments that way, the 3 fish stuff, rather than 5 in some of your events. We can get into that later on, though. But first, I wanted to ask about your most recent victory, which is on the kind of a unique deal, the Spro Frog Tournament. Pull that.
Man, I had never done that frog tournament. I've always wanted to try it. I'm not a frog expert, but I have thrown a frog on Lake Gunnersville before. And I jumped in there, and I was telling one of my buddies, Starnes, about who all was in it there. I said, look out for Jordan Marshall and Jim Ware. Those 2 guys are going to catch fish no matter what lake they're on. And sure enough, they jumped out and got a lead. And I started out mid-lake, I guess, on a point that I always catch fish at daylight on this point, and I thought I maybe could catch 2 or 3 fish at daylight and get a good start on the day, and then move up north and start fishing some grass mats. And it kind of worked. I caught 2 fish at daylight, but they were small, and then fished around for a couple hours, fished some docks, and it wasn't happening. So I loaded up and went up and got in the grass mats up on the north end of the lake. And I was just going to keep moving deeper and deeper in the grass till I either got bit or saw some activity in the mat. And I got my limit, about 11:30, but it was small. And I just kept pushing farther and farther back. I actually went through some dead water after I got my limit and almost turned around. And luckily I didn't, because I finally ended up in what I would call a honey hole. It was about a 6 foot by 2 foot hole in the mat. And first throw in there, one bowled on it and missed it. And I'm pretty sure a second fish smashed it. And I caught it. It was 18.5. And from that point on, I was catching fish and taking pictures for a solid hour out of that one hole.
Was it a spring or was it just a hole in the grass? Do you know?
It was a hole in the grass. There was other holes similar to it. I don't know if there was some stumps under it or what, but there was a school of 3 and 3/4 pound fish in that one hole, and I was throwing that Spro Junior Killer Gill color. I've actually got it right here.
The juice.
There you go. Sold.
It's kind of chewed up. So I really don't know if it would have even mattered. I don't think those fish had seen a frog in a while, or I don't know what. I think you could have thrown about any color in there and it was going to get eat. But it worked out. And I actually was, I think I had a 16-incher that I needed to cull. I was already a little bit ahead of Jordan and Jim. And I felt like if I could catch one more good fish and cull that 16, that they would really have to catch me. And I threw in there probably 10 times without a bite, and then one smashed it, and there was another 18.5. And I got it in, got a picture of it, turned it in. It was getting close to 2 o'clock, and the tournament was over at 3, and then we had to be back at Goose Pond by 4. And I was doing the math. I really didn't know how far I had gone deep in this mat. So I thought, I've got to, they're going to have to catch me from this point. And I just started heading back. I was guessing I was between a half an hour to an hour from the ramp. So
it turned out. You paddled for this one, correct?
Yeah. I took a little wilderness systems for this one so I could go over the top of the mats and get farther back than I could in the Hobie. And it paid off. I got a good workout, good arm workout. I think I paddled for about 45 minutes to get back to the truck.
Another paddling victory. We've been seeing that a lot this year, man. A lot of people paddling, still winning. What kind of wildy was it, Chris, that you paddled?
It's a Ride 115.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Throwback, son.
It is, man.
I rocked those for several years.
It's got some good luck in it, I'll tell you that.
Somebody asking, is that little Walters in the frame there? He does have a little extra special guest.
That's little Fletcher.
Look at him wearing a jersey and all.
Jersey on, he's ready.
My man.
The future
kind of sad.
We're
going to train him up right.
That's right.
Fletcher, can you do this real quick?
Can you do that?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. You're the man.
No. Oh, no.
Probably just lost half our viewers. Sorry, boys.
No, that's fine. There's only one UT. They all know.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That frog tournament, I was going to ask you, you kind of explained it. You found that magic little hole in the grass. You can catch big fish on frogs, but seeing numbers necessarily isn't always the case. And I looked at the Tourney X, and you had 6 coals. I mean, by far, you caught the most fish, not only the biggest stringer, but the most fish. Was it literally just that little magic area that gave you all those?
I pieced together a limit just out of maybe 2 or 3 spots. Of course, I caught 2 at daylight on that point, and then I pieced together a limit, I guess, by 11 or 11:30. And my grass mat spot, another issue was it's poor service in that area. I was having trouble submitting, so when I got actually deeper into the grass, I was able to submit fish and turn them in. But I had a limit of around 11 or 11:30, but it was small. And when I got to that one hole, I probably caught I'm gonna say 8 fish out of that one hole, something like that. Some of them didn't help. There was a few small fish in there with them, but there was something going on there for sure.
That's amazing. You find those magic spots. I turned the ticker back on just to remind everybody we're doing a like and share for the custom kayak cushion. No place better to put the KBN logo than on your butt after all the stuff we do.
Amen to that. That's a fact. What did you do in the Bass Nation State Championship? Let's shift focus a little bit to that tournament, because you won pretty handily. You did pretty well. in that one, and there wasn't really a lot of catching you from second place, really.
That was another grinder tournament. It was early August, and the bite was pretty tough. Jay Wallen and Russ and Joby smashed them on day one. I think Jay had like a 7-inch lead on me, and I was just consistent in that tournament. I stayed right there around 90 on both days, I think. And the big difference in that one, I located some fish pre-fishing the Friday before. I located a couple grass mats that I felt like I could get a solid limit out of with the chance at maybe catching a big one. You know, there's always some good fish around on Chickamauga somewhere nearby. And that was how it played out. I got my solid limit, and I got that big kicker fish both days. Late in the day, I caught a 7-pounder each day on a big worm, big Texas rig worm, June bug.
That's a good way to finish it out, ain't it?
Yeah, that's how you want it to go. You want to get that good solid limit with that kicker, and that time of year, the bite was
monsters.
Yeah,
you had 2 monsters that were the same size, and we had to look at them. I mean, I looked at one for 15 or 20 minutes, you know, inverting it and looking at all the little markings. They were the same size and completely different fish out of the same little deal right there in one area. That's insane.
Yeah, I caught them about 30 yards apart, about a long cast apart. One was right next to a dock, and the other one was out off the dock a little bit. But I had 99%. I was 99% sure it wasn't the same fish, because one of them had the big bucket mouth with the long body, and the other one had a little smaller mouth with the football shape. And but I did tell Steve, you know, that I caught these in the same area, and there is a possibility that it could be the same fish. I wanted him to double check it, and I think he sent it off to several experts, and they.
There's a lot of eyes on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Steve don't like to screw up, so there's a lot of eyes on that one. I promise.
Yeah. And the tails didn't look like abstract art either, so they were good to go.
No.
Yeah.
Walters left his scissors at home for that tournament. He didn't cut them up or nothing.
Yeah.
And
Steve's in the comments.
Tell them about your trailer.
Oh, that was. I was telling Steve, I always break even on my money in these tournaments. You know, I'll win enough to pay some entry fees for a while, and then it'll dwindle down before I ever win again. And this one, I ended up winning enough money to replace a trailer that some thieves stole off the back of my truck on day one. I put in a little remote ramp. It was across the river from Dayton there, and I've launched there several times. And that morning there were 3 of us in the tournament launch there, and I had my trailer coupling locked onto the ball. I don't know how they got it off, but they did, and they got my light bar too. But the insurance covered the light bar, so I came out okay.
Wow.
I got the trophy. They won't get that trophy.
That's right. So Walters had a trailer stolen. Steve-O had his truck burnt, and the NACA second place, I believe, Randall Wallace had his catalytic converter cut off at their classic.
Was it in Oklahoma?
Alabama.
Oh, I was going to say, was that in
This
Oklahoma?
is all on the Tennessee River, son. We got them boys out there. They got their sawzalls. They're stealing catalytic converters. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. They're taking everything. You better be ready when you come down south.
How's Eufaula going to be? Do we need to have everything like insured and locked securely, or what? For people that make
you can ask Jim Clark. Look, if you want to judge Eufaula, look at Jim Clark. Whatever you feel like you need to have secured, look at Jim Clark. Denim vest, hefty women, those are things you want to lock down.
Check and check.
Yeah, kayak guys are more susceptible to theft because we have to launch these remote areas to get to where we're going to fish. You know, the bass boaters, they can put in at a safe ramp and drive to where they're going, but when we're kayak fishing, you got to take chances sometimes on where you park.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Luckily, nothing's been stolen. Maybe it's just because my stuff is not good. I don't know why, but
I like to leave some sort of deterrent near my truck. Is how I like to protect my route. Be careful if you ever roll up on my stuff. Watch out.
Do like Jim and just poop on your stuff or in it, whatever. Whatever works.
Maybe a good security system.
Yeah, I don't know. Ryan, was Chris in your live coverage from the Bass Nation? Did you find him at any point during your live video?
I'll be real honest with you. Me and Steve ran way upriver, which Steve said was like half a mile. So we run like 40 minutes up the river in the damn fog. I was like, Steve, where are these fools at? So we finally pull off on them. We hit Jay and Joby. They were near each other. Ran back down and hit Brad and Terry. And I was like, where's Walters at? And he's like, in Steve terms, he's another 4.5 miles down the river, which it actually translates to about 9 miles down the river. And I was like, man, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So no, my apologies, Walters. I didn't know you were going to win it, or I would have driven down there. But
I didn't know I was going to win it till he handed me the trophy.
I thought you were just messing around on day one. I didn't realize you were actually managing your fish for day two. That's very good strategy.
Yeah.
He knew that 7-pounder was over there. He was saving them for day two.
I wasn't wearing them out. I think I caught like 8 fish each day, and that it was a slow grinder, and that's the kind of tournaments I like. Those slow grinders where you got to let that bait just sit there, and a lot of people can't do that. That fish these kayak tournaments and boat tournaments, they want to run and gun, and when it gets really hot in August, you can't do that.
I know a guy. You fishing Pickwick, Walters?
No, I think my next tournament's going to be Watts Bar or Cass State Tournament.
Are you fishing
Ah.
Got to keep the streak. I got to keep the streak going here.
We're about to win that thing. Y'all go ahead and pencil that in right now. The paddle's coming back to TBKA.
Do y'all do an individual and a team winner for the state?
Yes, sir.
Club winner?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
Actually, what is it? What's their initials? 10 Cats or something? They took the paddle from us last year up there in their backyard. I think there were 3 TBKA guys in the top 5, but they still managed to take the paddle back to 10 Cats. But we're going to get them this year on Watts Bar.
Okay. Casey Starnes said the trash smack talk has started. That's kind of I hadn't seen that combo before, but yeah.
Big Starnes Outdoors knows. Yeah. He's ready.
Starnes is my social media man. He keeps up with everything on Facebook, and he's the man on social media.
Okay.
Walters is so big, he's got a manager. Y'all just didn't know it.
Is he paid, or does he just do it for being good?
No. He's just
clout. He does it.
He just loves it.
He's just out here
for the clout, for the street cred. It's all about the street cred.
For the street cred.
He's getting better with the fishing rod. I think he's going to make a run in 22 here.
He's getting better at fishing. He's getting better by proximity, man. Isn't that how that goes? You just hang around and absorb it.
We've gotten Garrett and Jody to pretty much retire this year, so everybody's looking a little better in the rankings. So,
man, that was 2 hammers.
That's genetic, except Lowry's.
So we got looks like we got Brandon waiting in the waiting room. We're going to get him in here in just a minute. Talk about the Kayak Kushion Company. Before we do that, I wanted to ask you a couple specific things about your setup. Give us a little bit of juice. You showed us that frog. It was all chewed up, so obviously it worked. Did you do anything to that frog? Cut the tails, put a rattle in it, bend the hooks, anything special that you want to reveal?
Nothing special. I trimmed the tail, bent the hooks out a little bit, and put some rattles in it, some glass rattles. And then,
nothing special. I just changed everything about it.
That's Frog 101 on Gunnersville, man.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I had I had 4 rods rigged with a 50-pound braid. I had a regular frog, a small frog, a popping frog, and one of their new bronze-eye shad. I actually caught one on it at daylight on that bronze-eye shad, and I caught one on the popping frog at daylight. And Spro makes some good frogs. That tournament was great, man. They was well ran. Ron and Brad Case, they were helping out with it. It was smooth. The raffle prizes were off the charts, and the grab bag that you get had probably $60 worth of frogs and probably a $25 fishing shirt in it. So,
could you use the frogs in the tournament?
Yeah. They had
there you go.
The grab bag had I think it had 2 of the junior frogs and then 2 popping frogs and a couple of the regular frogs in it. And they're like $10.99 a piece retail, so you get like $80 worth of stuff on a $100 entry fee if you don't even fish.
That's legit. Good stuff. I know Brad's always pushing to make that tournament bigger and bigger and bigger every year. It just seems to come at the end of the year and people are busy and they can't get the numbers up, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Let's see here. You see that trash talk from YouTube land, Ryan?
I don't even know who Netka is, Dirk. So we're not. I ain't worried about the paddle heading up that way.
I think that's a type of sled dog from Alaska. I'm not sure.
Well, they can mush that shit on back up there because we are bringing that paddle back to Chattanooga. Get ready.
Chattanooga. Okay. And what about the state championship, man? Did you on that worm setup? Just a big old monster, typical Texas rig. Nothing fancy on that.
Nothing fancy at all on that one. Just
all right.
June bug worm. I caught some of my limit on a Picasso swim jig with a menace grub on it, just throwing it up in the grass and winding it back. All and I also had a Texas rigged crawl tube that I caught 1 or 2 on it. That was the main 3 baits in that one.
All right. Good stuff, man. I like that. Keeping it simple. Any more questions for Chris? We're going to have him for a little bit longer, but Brandon's been waiting patiently. So we're going to get him in here.
Bring him in.
Boom. There he is. Mr. Elrod. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going?
Elrod.
Thanks for waiting around, man. We appreciate you. And appreciate you putting together the cushion giveaway tonight, the custom cushion.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was the only one we have right now.
There it is.
So there you go. Narrowed it right down.
So there are 27, or do I got the number right? 27 shares right now of the live stream. That means you have a really, really good shot of winning this. There are 55 people on here right now, YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching and haven't shared it yet, it's free to click share. Hit that share button, and you got a chance, a 1 in 50 chance to win that cushion. So hit that before we get out here. Now we got about another 20, 30 minutes before we go. So yeah, Brandon.
What's up, lunch money?
I'm gonna let you drive it, Jeff. I feel you grab the wheel. I press the gas. You grab the wheel. I want you to steer this.
I'm over here trying to make sure I got the share thing on lock. You go for it, bro.
Okay. All right. So, Elrod, how did you think of this kayak cushion thing? Like, at what point were you sitting on your paddleboard or in your kayak and you're like, you know what? I bet I can take some foam and wrap it in this covering and make some money off this deal.
Yeah, let's see. Probably about 3 years ago was when the first one started. Had a long weekend on the water, and sciatica started flaring up. You can only stretch and ice and heat and ibuprofen so much after a long weekend. And, I started playing with a little idea and tested it, got it in the hand of about 30 guys and said, hey, let me know what you think. What would you change? Would you go thicker? Would you go thinner? Do you like as many straps that are on this? Would you add stuff? What are you after? Do you want it to be waterproof, water resistant, or do you want it breathable? Do you want it to, you get river funk on a lot of your life jackets and PFDs. So can you make it antimicrobial? So, it's funny when someone says this product costs $2. I've got more than $2 worth of silver in it. So it's always funny.
Silver.
Correct.
That's more than a lot of these boys got in their chains.
It depends where you're at in the country.
I'm talking about them no limit soldiers, Elrod. Shit.
No, it's the back started flaring up, so started playing with the guts of it and some concoctions to see what worked the best, and had the original, which is the soft, and then we ended up going to the firm, which a lot of guys, bigger guys, like to have. It's a little bit more support. So we've got the new model now, which a lot of people use on their office chairs, and then the lumbar will be out next month. So.
And you changed your shape too. So you had the rectangle initially, and now you've kind of trimmed it down and shaped it more, for the most part, kayak seat shape, to be honest.
Correct. So so a lot of guys you'll put in the square on the bottom. This is your traditional one, and then you've got the round one now that's more of the shape of your office chair. So you can. So many people that don't even kayak fish or get in a kayak or get on the water, like, hey, I just want one for my truck, my car. So many people working from home. So that was kind of honestly, the other application for it.
So you're like an office cushion as well.
Correct.
Very much
Aaron,
a businessman.
Yeah, well, you'll like the newest one. It's all mossy oak, and it's actually water resistant, and it's going to be for everyone that's hunting this season. It's actually the camo cushion with K's, so it'll be. Got asked a lot for people that they're in tree stands, and everyone that turkey hunts, and everyone getting ready for season. They all wanted one that was water resistant, so this one is going to be water resistant. So
nothing I hate more than when one of these animals sneaks up under my butt and looks at my cushion. I'm pissed if they see that color, man.
And that's the whole point of it. It's we can't have hot pink out there, supposedly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. You don't want pink under your seat. Ever.
Yeah, that's what I always ask people. Black wasn't good enough to have under your tree stand, so we went camo.
We got a lot of comments flying in, man. A lot of compliments of your product. Aaron Mathis talking about she takes it to work.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
works great on bar stools. Got to remember to grab it when you're lit. I don't know about that.
That sounds like something Lambert would recommend.
I mean, listen, I try to stand. It helps me metabolize better, but that's just me. I mean, how did this idea occur to you? Like, I mean, we got a lot of people that think of a lot of things, but I never have I been like, you know what? If I had a 2-inch firm cushion under my ass, I'd be fishing like a son of a bitch right now. That's never been a thought that's went through my mind. How did that? That's the part that really baffles me. I want to think like you, Elrod, not in everything, but in that sense.
Yeah, majority, like 85%. I get you on that. Yeah, so I mean, it got to that point where you're on a Sunday and your back, if it's acting up, kayaks weren't what they were when I started messing with this idea. Everything was a sit on top. Truly, I mean, it wasn't. Hobie isn't what it is now. It's everyone had a kayak that wasn't the most comfortable or ergonomic. So you would sit down and pinch your sciatic. You weren't even fishing at that point. You were just casting. You're doing all the movements. You're doing it all. You're like, you're just stretching. And so eventually it was like, something's got to be available out there. So I tried the cheap stadium cushion from Walmart. Didn't work. It just deflates. I mean, it just collapsed. And I mean, it took a lot. It was a lot of R&D. It was like 2 years of playing with it before it finally figured out what it needed to be. So, how it is. You make a bad product.
And now it's blown up, man. It is blown up.
Yes, it's.
I would have to say industry-wide, and Jeff, we can put this in our end-of-year KBN awards. Kayak Cushion's probably the number one accessory as far as recommended things across the industry, which is huge. I mean, to think of something that is kind of like a light switch to every kayak angler out there, like, man, I would love to have this cushion on my ass because it hurts after 6 or 8 hours of fishing. But that's a huge market. That's very, very good play there, Elrod.
Appreciate it. Well, made in Chattanooga from scratch, and very proud to say that. It's not cheap to make. Nothing's cheap to make, but it's all made in Chattanooga from start to finish. So super proud of that, as being right up the road. So
you're like
I've watched
kayak fishing.
Elrod hand pour the cushions himself. He's out there just cell by cell poking holes in them with a toothpick, hand pouring this cushion.
Ryan,
I've been down that route with you with Yinglings. It wouldn't be good for the cushions. It would be OSHA approved. I promise you that one.
I was gonna say, man, he's kayak fishing's My Pillow guy. That's you. You're the My Pillow guy.
Not that crazy. Not that crazy.
You don't support any political campaigns or anything, right?
Everybody kayak fishes is what I tell people.
That's right.
I don't get involved in that. That's Michael Jordan said it
But
best.
you can send him your money and he'll put a logo on it, whatever you want.
Dang right.
It's
and I'll tell you what, I've seen them on everything, man. You got Yak Addict special editions. I even saw Ike with one special edition on his boats. Everybody's got them blowing up. It's awesome.
Been fun. I think Lambert's got something in the works on another one for that too. So that'll be one to be watching out for. So
easy.
Yeah, you saw a problem. I mean, a lot of people see problems and they're like, "Man, I wish I'd be fixed." But you saw a problem and you fixed it. Made a better mousetrap. So that's cool.
It's a great community. I mean, everyone in this is awesome. I mean, you know this. If you see someone gets a flat tire, someone's willing to stop and change a tire. It's been what we do and everything we travel with. And I mean, kayak fishing's crazy. It's who'd ever thought that it was going to turn into this. I mean, everyone seems to be friendly. Everyone talks trash, but it's all in good fun. It's not. I mean, when people take it too serious, it just
unless you're a cheater, then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of foam solutions to catch cheaters?
Ooh.
Before or after the fact?
Change colors.
We'll do that offline. We can talk afterwards on that one. I don't. Yeah, that's not a. I'll wait till you come in town.
Sell us the idea.
I'll wait till you come in town and we'll talk about that one.
Can you fill one with BBs so we can beat them over the head with them full of BBs or something?
Oh my God.
I was really waiting.
So
I was
Code Red.
Listening to y'all and Peyton and Eli, and the comparisons pretty close, guys. Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli and Jeff and Lunch Money. So it was
okay.
On both
Jeff's got the forehead though.
Yeah, I do. I got the Peyton forehead. I got the Peyton forehead up in there.
That's awesome.
I got the 5 head.
Yeah, I was listening to y'all talking about those cheaters that we had here. I don't even know what to say. I'm just waiting for Ryan to roast everybody. So it's what can you do?
We just keep outing them one cheater at a time. That's all we can do.
And if you're cheating fishing, there's a whole nother place for you on that one. So
yeah, man, there's people cheating and everything. If we were playing, some sort of card game, there'd be dudes trying to cheat. If we're playing cornhole, God forbid I say bago again. If we're playing cornhole, somebody be trying to cheat, step over the line.
Bago, that's a new one. I've never heard that one,
bro. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's once again, I appreciate y'all having me on and on the giveaway, whatever y'all want to do with it, and if y'all want to stretch it out or whatever and announce it next week, that's totally up to y'all.
Oh no, we told them it was like and share tonight. We'll see how many we're up to.
Okay.
What's next? What's next for Kayak Kushion? That's what I want to know. Are you going to continue to evolve ergonomically? Is it the graphics, the colors, the composition? What's on the horizon, Elrod?
Shipping international. That's been our massive blow up. I'd say I've got quite a few that want it in quite a few other countries. So I've been spending most of my time on logistics on that. When you're a one-man show, when everyone thinks you're a corporation, it's funny when that comes out. It's like they're like, "Well, I emailed the shipping department and they said we were going to talk about it." I'm like, "You're talking to the shipping department right here." So
I picked up the shit off his porch in a Ziploc bag 2 weeks ago. I know the shipping department.
Yeah, it's like Ron will be like, "Yeah, I got a comment and concern." I'll be like, "Yeah, you know who to talk to. Just leave a voicemail."
So when they want to talk to the manager, you just change hats. Is that how that goes?
It's not good to use Kevin Spacey's name, but it is whenever he has the mask over his face and he just takes it down and it's still him. That's always the good meme to do to somebody. So yeah, it's I've got a few designs I'm working on. This lumbar has been getting asked about a ton too. So all I'm doing now is finishing up the final sewing. It's got the gusset that has to go around it. So that'll be that and the camo. The camo has been, for some reason, everyone wants camouflage. So we're going camouflage. So.
A lot of people want to order it.
It's a great color. I've seen several comments tonight just about the camo.
Yeah,
the first one that I got sewn up was Bottomland. So that'll be the first one people should be looking out for. So I know I got some friends up in Dayton here with a bow shop, and he recommended that'd be the first pattern to go for. So.
Bottomland's a big seller for Mossy Oak for sure.
Yeah, and he said start there, and we got a few other ones. We're going to do a duck hunting pattern, so it'll be all finished.
I'd just stick with Bottomland. Don't waste your money.
Yeah, that seems like lots of old school patterns. So yeah,
Crocs. I mean, Aaron Mathis shoes and Crocs. Like, are you gonna? Can we get some spongy?
a travel pillow.
I actually have. It's one of the fun ones I've done. I actually have a.
Oh shit!
It's just a disaster, to be honest with you.
Like a cylindrical, like.
What was that? What was that again, Ron?
I was asking.
Cylindrical.
I was asking what your thoughts were.
Well, you have to take a design and they have to cut it down. So that's your problem. Right. You can't have You can't have a size 5 to size 18 across the board.
Just can't be slinging cylinders all over the place full of foam. No. That's no good.
That's why Chris like
that's silver. That's more ounces of silver, Jeff. We talked.
What happened? Chris just said the hell with this and got up and left.
That sounds right.
Damn it, Chris! I'm sorry. Come back.
Little man passed out on me.
Okay, good. I hope it didn't ruin anything for Fletch.
I was going to go get my state champ kayak cushion and show it off.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good.
Let me grab that. That's a trophy.
We'll grab that thing. Ryan, we had a comment a little bit ago that wanted to know what's on your hat. Can't read it with the orange on the camera.
It is Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee. Yeah. So that spawned from the Eufaula Bass Nation event that Dylan actually cashed a check in, but Dylan and Shane's lady friend and Wesley Gray went down to and Jordan Marshall. There was some karaoke singing. Supposedly there's this amazing backwoods venue on Lake Eufaula, and the Chattahoochee hat spawned from there. And I went and ordered two. I mean, I couldn't miss out. I had to have it. So here we are.
Look at this comment. When I saw Ryan, I wanted to be that guy. You're not that guy, pal.
There it is.
Wow, there it is. Let's see this.
I can't listen, Pui Yang. I can't blame you, Playboy. It ain't a bad way to be, son.
Dang, I wish I had a Ric Flair video queued up or something to play for you.
It ain't a bad way to be.
I've got 3 kayak cushions, but I'm not using that one. That one's a trophy.
Hey, throw that one back up, Chris. Let me throw it up on the big screen so we can see that better.
He's just going to.
That's so new. That's so new. You can't even smell it. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's legit. Thank you, sir, for showing up.
How you won that one by how much was that victory for on that state championship? Did you win by 10 inches on that one?
Yeah, I think I won by 9 on that one.
Who's counting inches out here? You know.
Hey, we're up to 40 shares. We're gonna do the giveaway here in a minute. We're up to 40 shares. That's awesome. We appreciate y'all tonight.
Yeah.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, make sure. Like I said,
how much is a custom cushion? Luke Arian just asked a question. Elrod, let's get you some business drummed up. How much a custom cushion cost?
It depends honestly on the artwork. Some people will want them multiple colors. So if you have a 5-color artwork, it's going to be more because you got more transfers, and I got to spend more time on the artwork, as you know. Those 1 colors, like if this one was in y'all's traditional.
There's so many jokes I can make right then about how many people want to sit on Ryan's face, but that sounds that'd be terrible. We don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that.
It ranges from 50 all the way up to about 85, depending. Mm-hmm. So depends on your artwork. If you send me a fish and it's got a ton of detail in the fins, those lines, I'd have to I can have to reheat it every so often because it won't transfer correctly. It just depends. Like if I try to put your beard on that custom cushion, it may not phase out good. So.
Okay. I'll cut it back to the mustache for that one. Luke just posted the comments seconds after Luke just posted the comment. That's clutch.
Oh Lord, we got some crazy stuff coming in.
Man, this is a good time. Ooh! Hey, we got one sold right now. Wesley Gray, ship it. I'll pay it.
Ship it.
All right. Ship it.
Yikes. Can we speak to the manager, Brandon?
Exactly. HR. It's not HR.
My goodness
I
gracious.
just thought Chris
alive.
put his kids to sleep. Thank
Yeah.
God for that.
Yeah, me
My
too.
word.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to go too long because AJ is going live over on the BOS page about Pickwicks. We're going to wrap things up pretty soon. And we're also probably going to be banned by the FCC or whatever else. Zuckerberg makes
some initials.
Hey, this is a good segue. Do you make a foot cushion, Brandon? Because Ryan could sell the hell out of some feet cushions. I don't know.
Actually, I've got a couple of pieces I've cut here that whenever I'm cutting cloth and doing all that, I actually do use.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's so many people that want to be ergonomically correct and working from the desk. So they try to stand while they're at work, and they're like, hey, we need one to stand on. So actually, my dog kennel is purely the bottom of it is all custom cushion.
That's legit.
Yeah, so a lot of people are wanting sleeping pads too for camping. That's another one that's been in the works. So,
all right, boys, you ready to give this away? What do you think, Ryan?
Let's do it. Come on.
Clap it up. I'm gonna get the deal going over here. We had 45 shares tonight. We appreciate y'all for the custom cushion. And make sure you like Kayak Cushion's page, our page, and you've shared the post, which is easy to find. And the winner is
no one's checking that. So go ahead.
The winner is Mike Constable. Nice. Are you on the stream, Mike Constable? Say something so we know you're there and we know that you won the cushion. It will not have Ryan's face on it, but it will have the logo on it, the Kayak Bass Nation logo.
Man, come on.
Mike, please. Yes, he's in there. You're the winner, Mike.
I'll get with him.
Mike.
Way to go, Mike.
You're the only Mike we like. Second only Mike we like.
Yeah. And Mike, when you get it, put it in the boat, take a picture of it, tag us up, tag Kayak Kushion up. We want to see you using it. That's awesome.
Wait a minute. What is AJ? You pronounce Marvel wrong. What's the other pronunciation?
He told me it was Marvel.
What is it? Someone tell me the truth. How do you miss on that one?
I think his joke is the wrong Mike. Constable in Marvel.
That's it. Yeah. That'd be better. I'll take that one. I'll take
Mike Constable, you're the winner, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. We had a bunch of shares tonight, dude. And a lot of people watching. We were up. When we were talking about the cheater, we were up around 100. I think people got their fill and got out of town. But we've been hovering around 50 or 60 most of the night. Had a bunch of shares, so we appreciate everybody. Chris, anything else you want to shout out before we get out of here, man? Are you ready to go duck and hide and cleanse yourself from all this shenanigans?
Just shout out to my club guys and all of our club sponsors, man. We got the best club in Tennessee. I guarantee you that. So Ryan will back me up on that one. All
right. Brandon, anything out of you, sir? I know we're waiting on the camo cushion.
Yeah, it'll be up this week, the end of this week. So everybody be on the lookout for it. No, thanks for having me, and appreciate it, guys. And thanks for everyone that entered and shared. And we'll get this cushion out to Mike, and look forward to coming back on later down the road. And love what y'all are doing, guys. Keep it up.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Lambert, what about you, man? I know we're going to see each other this week at Pickwick. It's going to be a fun week.
I can't wait. When are you coming down, Wednesday or Thursday?
Depends what time I get off. I'm leaving Wednesday. I should be able to get there late Wednesday. So.
All right. I'll see you Wednesday then. I'll be up. I'll be on the pool table waiting on you. Blip, blip.
To the moon. Got to get it done. All right, everybody. That was a fun one.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
See y'all.
All right, we're gone.